You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Money can be one of the most personal and intimidating topics in our lives, but one local financial advisor is working to change that conversation by putting people first. That is the personalized approach at Hughescamp Collins Investments, helping clients feel confident and supported on their financial journey.
I believe that everyone deserves the very best financial advice that there is. I've got multimillionaires who are clients. I've got single moms who are contributing $100 a month to their child's college savings plan. They're all important, and they all deserve the kindness and respect and attention that I can give. I see fewer clients in a normal day than most financial advisors, and that's because we allow for longer conversations and longer appointments. I want my client to have as much time as they need. I want to hear all they have to say to me. I want to hear about their family. I want to hear about their fears and their hopes and dreams. People are nervous about money. It's a nerve-wracking thing. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of shame about money. We want this to be a warm, welcoming place. There's no shame here. You can tell us anything you want. You can tell us all your hopes, all your fears, what's keeping you up at night, and we'll welcome that and we'll talk about that. And we want you to feel at home and feel cared about and feel like we're going to tackle this together. Some firms, have a money manager in, say, New York or Chicago or something like that, who picks stocks and, hands those ideas down. I do all my own research. I'm kind of a nerd about that. I spend 5 to 6 hours a day reading and studying and researching and reading balance sheets and income statements. I'm reading the Wall Street Journal and the Economist cover to cover. And that's what I do for fun. But I love to study trends and economics and find stocks and bonds that really aren't on the radar of any other financial advisors. That's what I'm good at. And for those of my clients that that's appropriate for, that's what we do. I also do financial planning. I've got great financial software to construct financial plans for people to help them along the journey. And then we've also just recently added insurance to our menu. So we have a person on staff who handles Medicare and life insurance and health insurance, and we've also added auto and home insurance. So we want to be your one-stop shop for all your financial needs. I have so many women that come to me and say, I had this experience that I went to a financial advisor with my husband or my partner, and that person spoke just to him and didn't even acknowledge me. Money is such a vulnerable topic anyway, and women just want to be reassured that they're going to be okay. And so I love being that mentor and friend who can say to women, we got this. We're going to do this together. I'm so excited about this new building. It is reflective of us. When we first gave it to the contractors, it was a very cold, sterile drawing. But we wanted a home. We want to welcome our clients into our home. We want them to feel cared for and seen and heard. So we have a beautifully outfitted conference room, seminar room, and we're going to be holding complimentary seminars once a month on different financial topics for our clients and for the general public. I am so excited about the future. I have people saying to me, aren't you thinking about slowing down? When are you going to retire? How old are you anyway? And I tell them, I'm just getting started. I love what I do. I have the best job in the world. I think everybody can prosper from good financial advice at any level, at any age. So when I say your success is my passion, I truly mean it. And I really and truly feel fueled by watching the people that are my family, my clients, become successful.
And our financial contributor, Heidi Hugheskamp Collins, will join us live in the studio after the break with helpful advice on saving for retirement. Time now for our financial moment with Heidi, and today we're talking about a common rule of thumb when it comes to saving for retirement, setting aside 15% of your income.
Yeah, but that could mean something different for everyone depending on where they are in their financial journey. Joining us today is our financial contributor Heidi Hugheskamp Collins, live here in the QCL studio.
Yes.
Heidi, welcome back.
Good to be here.
A great piece that we just saw about your overall work,
you.
which, having you on the show, every few weeks here on QCL, we know that you provide a lot of important information for people in our community, and you got some important information today about retirement. So we're talking about this financial rule of thumb. So how much money should we be saving for our retirement?
So the rule of thumb is optimum to save 15% of your top line income.
Okay.
Now that sounds really scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you need to keep in mind what's made up of it. So if you set aside money in a retirement plan, if your company matches you, that's included.
Okay.
And then any money that you put into a Roth IRA or a savings account or something, as long as it's earmarked for retirement.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So that doesn't sound as scary.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So can you give us an example of putting this to use?
Sure. So let's say that somebody earns $50,000 a year, okay? They should try their hardest to put aside $7,500.
Okay.
That's 15%. And again, if you put maybe a couple $1,000s in a 401k and you get that matched, maybe 500 or something, so then that's the less that you have to. It does add up, right?
Okay.
And so for some people, this might be a daunting task. Is there any way that we can make this less painful for ourselves?
Yeah, so automate savings. Go down and talk to your bank or credit union, have something taken out of your paycheck before it even hits your account, and get it invested with, either somebody at your credit union or your bank or your financial advisor. Another thing is really prioritize the money that you're going to set aside in your retirement savings at work. A lot of companies will match. Right. And that's free money. So if you put aside 3% and your company matches 3%, that's free money. You can't you don't want to leave that on the table.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so if 15% still feels impossible to somebody that's maybe watching right now, do you have any advice for them?
Yes. Saving something is better than nothing. Okay. So if you need to start at 5%, or 8%, or 10%, whatever the number is that's right for you at this season in your life. Yeah. Start there. And then every year, increase it by 1%, just to kind of ease into it. Yeah. And we all go through seasons of our life. Sure. When we're raising kids, when we're paying a mortgage, we just can't put enough aside. Right. But then there will be time later on where you can increase and maybe put more than 15%.
That's probably my favorite piece of advice. Is even if you can't do the 15, as long as you're doing something, you're working toward that retirement
Anything
goal.
Is better than zero.
Yes, it absolutely is. Yeah. Well, a reminder for everybody watching today, Heidi can help answer any of your questions about your financial goals, your milestones, big or small. To learn more, be sure to visit her website there at the bottom of your screen, hhcinvestments.net. You can also see all of our segments by visiting KWQC.com and clicking the tab for Quad Cities Live. Heidi, beautiful piece today, and thank you so much for the extra advice.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, yes. And thank you so much for watching Quad Cities Live today.
Jeopardy is coming up next, followed by your local news at 4. We'll see you back here tomorrow.